Hi, my name's Sayre Devins, and I'm the CEO of Arkansas Support Network. Every year we honor our Volunteer of the Year award. And as a nonprofit organization, as an organization serving hundreds of individuals across the state of Arkansas, as a Medicaid provider confined by the funding restrictions of Medicaid reimbursements, there is no way that we could do everything that we need to do in our work based on paid employment alone. The mission of the organization lives and is carried out by the commitment of people who give to this agency to support our work. And time and energy and labor and effort is such a valuable contribution. Every year we award to those who have given of their time and talents in the volunteer capacity to further the mission of Arkansas Support Network for an inclusive community.
I am the assistant coordinator of the Center for Enrichment. The Center for Enrichment doesn't work, in my opinion, like a lot of other day programs, not in the sense that we don't take someone and say, hey, do you fit into this box? Do you want to do this set of things? We bend the program and try to develop it in a way that focuses on them and what they want to get out of it. 5 days a week, the guys that come to our program will get to see 5 people plus their families. They interact with the same group of people day in and day out. And so they get very used to that very small group of people, which makes their world small. Volunteers make their world a little bigger. They provide something new and different, and that is immeasurably important because one of the biggest things at Arkansas Support Network is community, and a community is more than just 5 people and your family. It's so much more than that, and these guys deserve so much more than that.
My name is Julie Wiegans. I am the Center for Enrichment coordinator, and I nominated Bonnie Williams and Stacy Gove for the Volunteer of the Year award because they've been coming to the CFE and putting on a sewing class for our participants for over 8 years, once a month for over 8 years now. Stacy and Bonnie come in and do a sewing class once a month. They bring all their materials, all their supplies. They come in and they'll take, probably 4 or 5 people at a time, and they'll let the participants do as much of the sewing as they can, do as much of putting the fabric together or, whatever they can do, they help them with.
Stacy and Bonnie deserve the award because they are far more dedicated than just about anyone else I've ever seen. They plan everything outside of the class. They have an example every time, which tells me that not only do they plan it, they prep and they work.
They always make sure that everyone that wants to participate gets to participate. They make sure no one ever gets left out. Sewing class is hugely popular and the participants look forward to it.
They take the time to get to know every person. They know every member of the CFE by name. That is 40 people that they interact with, that they know their name and what's going on in their lives. They talk to them. It's not a factory thing. It's a personal experience for each person and a relationship that they have developed. It's honestly one of the favorite activities that's run by the CFE. Even people that don't necessarily do the craft or the project come in and just sit down and they take the time to talk to them.
They are both the most patient ladies. They are so sweet. They're just kind to everyone. They're so helpful.
It's amazing. They're some of the most dedicated people I've ever met, and they deserve this on every level.
I mean, I don't even think thank you is enough. You've been doing it for almost a decade, and that's amazing. You guys are both really amazing people, and we appreciate you so much.
Stacy and Bonnie, thank you for everything that you do. It's far too much to be listed and far too much for me to ever express my gratitude adequately. But you are a treasure that I've gotten to know since I started here, and you guys are truly inspirational and brilliant. Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Stacy Gove. I'm married to David. We have a son named Tyler who's 25, and he currently lives at Elizabeth Richardson Center. And we have two daughters, they're twins. They're 23, and I'm a small business owner. And my son Tyler he has special needs, both mentally and physically. And so we actually used ASN for services when he was younger. So I've known about Arkansas Support Network for many years now. I live in a community where ASN is located, and we have an active Facebook page. And the director at the time was posted on our Facebook page asking for someone who could help with mending clothing items. And I knew that was something I could help with. So I immediately jumped on and said, yeah, I'd love to help. And I texted Bonnie and I said, hey, would you want to help me do this? I don't know how much work it's going to be or what all's going to be involved. And she, of course, was glad to help.
I'm Bonnie Williams. I'm married to Steve, who's an engineer in Rogers. For the last 25 years or so, I've had a home-based business making curtains and bedding and pillows and that kind of thing. Stacy called me one day and said, hey, what would you think about doing a sewing class with Arkansas Support Network? And I was like, okay, I hadn't really worked with people with any kind of disabilities before. But hey, I love to teach and I enjoy getting to know new people. So I thought, we'll give it a try. It'll last, a few months and then they'll tire of it.
And so we set up a time where we could go and help mend clothing. And we had 3 students show up that first time, and they just had so much fun, and we did too. And it was really clear that it was something that we needed to start doing regularly. So we started coming once a month, and we just do small sewing projects. A lot of the neighbors have donated sewing machines, fabrics, supplies.
And it has lasted over 10 years. So I don't think they're tired of it. And I know I'm not tired of it. And I look forward to each one of our sessions and just can't wait to get there.
Sometimes we have like 40 students that come through. So they really love having us there. Everybody leaves with something.
And we started out wanting to teach the clients how to take care of their clothes. So the idea was to teach them to mend, to hem, and to iron. And I think that was a great idea to start with. But turns out they want to do funner stuff. And so within just a few months of starting, we started doing projects that would get them on the sewing machine and get them on the iron. And that has been way more successful and more fun for everybody, I think.
We try to gear the class towards each individual's ability. So some students have actually learned how to sew, and they do that pretty well. And then others just like to sit next to us, maybe run the pedal of the sewing machine, whether it's with their foot or their hand, however they're physically capable to do that. And then others just like to sit there and watch, or some will talk to us while we complete their project.
And it just makes my heart happy when we can sew together a loved, stuffed animal that has been loved half to death, and we can give it another few months, by repairing it or whatever. And that just feels neat.
With COVID, I miss seeing our friends there, and they give the best hugs, and they just make you feel like you're the most important person in the whole world. So it's really a blessing to volunteer there, and we really enjoy doing it, and it's just a special feeling.
What's interesting is there are times that I think I'm so busy with work, I really can't afford 3 hours away from the workroom. And then I go and I do it, and I come back so much fuller than I was before. I get so much out of it. And what inspires me to keep doing it is just, I really feel like we are helping people.
The staff is always so just perfectly grateful for our, every time we come, they let us know our impact, and we can see it and feel it with the participants in our class. They love having us there, and it just keeps us motivated to come back even when we're really busy with work. It's just a good pause in our month or week to just stop and go there and just feel the love. So we really enjoy doing it.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate the nomination, and I appreciate the award. I mean, it's been an amazing experience to be at Arkansas Support Network and to watch the clients grow up and grow into themselves.
We appreciate the staff so much. They help us run the classes, they assist, and for them to nominate us is just, it feels really special, and we are very honored to receive this, because we really do it because we love it. So thank you for recognizing us. We really appreciate it.